Hi and welcome to Pro Wrestling's Raw Review, and today we're going to be reviewing WWE's Fastlane pay-per-view. I thought the pay-per-view was actually quite good. It was better than what I expected it was going to be in certain ways anyway. I thought that it worked well putting Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, which I did not think was going to work at all. I've been looking forward to the feud ending, but I do think that it's shown that Reigns can have an okay match. I mean, obviously that would have been helped by Daniel Bryan being out there with him, but he can have an okay match, and it was a good back and forth match. It's shown that Reigns has more moves than just the clotheslines, Superman punch and spear, although it doesn't have much more than that. It definitely did show some growth, and he did quite a few moves and just sort of expanded his arsenal really. It was good to see. What that means for him going on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, I'm still not sure. I mean, I would have really liked to have seen more than one good match leading into WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. All we've really seen on TV is the short 5-10 minute matches where he does a few clotheslines and then it's Superman punch, spear, win. So even though it was good to see him expand on that, I still would have liked to have seen more matches like this. I was beginning to question whether Daniel Bryan was actually going to turn heel in this match. He seemed to be continuing with sort of teasing the heel turn. He'd be smiling when he knew he had Reigns hurt, and it just still didn't really fit his character that he's been doing up till now. So, I mean, it is still a way they could go, but maybe it was just for this feud, just to help to get Reigns over, because at the end of the match he did actually shake his hand, and hopefully that's just it, and we get Daniel Bryan back to being his normal character going forward. And it's nice to see that we actually have a one-on-one main event at WrestleMania. I mean, would I rather have it been Daniel Bryan in that spot? Probably, yeah. But I'm still happy that it's not a triple threat, that it's just Reigns versus Brock. And even though I'm not looking forward to it as much as I would be if it was Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, I still think that they can have a good match, and I definitely think they'll have a good build-up, especially with Paul Heyman. I mean, the good thing is that they made Reigns look like a powerhouse in this match. They just made him look so powerful, so explosive. So it's going to be good to see how they use that going into a match with Lesnar, who's obviously known for being super powerful, super fast, super explosive. So they have got me more interested in that match. One of the things that I weren't too keen on pay-per-view was it felt like a lot of the matches are matches that we're going to see again at WrestleMania. I mean, quite a lot of the matches tonight, apart from the clear finish between Reigns and Bryan, a lot of the matches were like tainted victories. So you had Cena versus Rusev, which I think was a really good match and did exactly what it needed to do, and that is a match that I actually do want to see again at WrestleMania, and I do believe that will be on WrestleMania. Maybe not for the US title next time, but I do think it'll be there. They could also do another Ambrose versus Barrett match, because that match ended in a disqualification. They could put that on WrestleMania, but would it feel too much like a repeat? Especially with already having the Cena-Rusev match on there. And also you could have the Goldust versus Stardust match added to WrestleMania as well, because that match didn't really have a proper finish. I mean, Goldust got the victory, even though it looked like Stardust kicked out at the last second. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it just feels like a lot of these matches could go on and be repeats at WrestleMania. I'm not really sure that I'd like to see so many matches at WrestleMania that I feel like I've already seen going into Fastlane. Another one is Tyson Kidd and Cesaro versus the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. I mean, now the Usos will be owed a rematch since Tyson Kidd and Cesaro have won the titles. Could that be another match that's added to WrestleMania? I mean, maybe it could be added to the pre-show. And also the Nikki Bella versus Paige match. I mean, Nikki Bella got the win, but she held Paige's tights. And I really just don't see an obvious opponent for Nikki Bella going into WrestleMania. I mean, they might just not be thinking about it because it's a Divas title match and they'll just throw as many of them out there as they can at WrestleMania like they usually do. Or are we going to see a rematch against Paige? I was half expecting to see another Brie Bella turn on Nikki, just to have that match at WrestleMania, even though I don't know whether it'd be very good after the last match. But I'm really just not seeing where they're heading leading into WrestleMania with the Divas. One of the things that I heard going into the show is that they wanted to make Seth Rollins look strong. I think they definitely did this because he got the curb stomp on Ziggler and Ryback, and he just came across in that match as the person that should be further up the card than what he is at the moment, and I suppose that's what they want leading into WrestleMania. I really liked Randy Orton coming out, the return, and Seth Rollins running away and just being a really good scared heel. That's a match that should be really good at WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to see what they do on the build-up, and I'm actually looking forward to the match. It should be a really good match. And finally, the Triple H versus Sting segment. I didn't think too much of this, to be honest. I'd have really liked to have heard Sting speak, and I know part of his character is more silent type, but even if he just said the word "me and you" at WrestleMania or something like that, just even if he spoke, he just pointed his baseball bat up at WrestleMania, which was okay, but I would have liked to hear him say something rather than Triple H look like he was talking to himself for about 10 minutes, and Sting just stood there staring at him. It's looking like this match is going to be a no disqualifications, because even on the face-to-face they're already using weapons now, and I just think that because of the age of both of them, it is probably going to be like a street fight or a no DQ, especially with Sting's age, just to make the match a bit more, just so they can use that to make the match a bit more entertaining. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please let me know what you thought of the show in the comments below, and until next time, thanks for listening.